Okay, can we look here, please? Okay, so just as a review from yesterday, right? We were talking about drawing things in ortho and isometric, right? So guys, it's very important that you kind of also change the scale of your drawing. Scale means sometimes you got to blow things up. So if you're working digitally, you kind of lasso it, you select something and you make it larger and you play around with it, okay? That's something to think about. So I was talking about this earlier, that if I took this as an orthographic view, and Vincent, you can change your design, that's cool, I'm okay with that. So watch what I'm doing here. I'm going in here and I'm kind of drawing this in, right? I'm going in and I'm trying to figure this out. Here I am. I'll take my lasso tool here, press V, and then just move it over here, okay? And then Command D. All right, so he has something over here. Let me press B. You have this, right? So this is going inside this. Do you guys see the two? So there's two different objects. What you guys got to do is kind of get in here and go to yourself. How do...
Thank you for an efficient fire drill. In the case of a real emergency, these practice drills will help all members of our task.
Yeah, they're reading from a script, man. For sure they're reading from a script. Okay. So you see how in an orthographic view, you don't have the stress of trying to figure it out in isometric. Okay, guys? That's very important. So come in here and say, all right, so I've got this. Is there anything I could do to connect this? How do I connect it, right? Next thing, and I'm not sure how you could have this shape, Vincent, and then a diamond shape and then a circle, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you see what I'm doing? This diamond. So you got to figure out why you have this here. So now you can spend some time doing something with it. Everybody in this group can do this. Right? In orthographic, start asking yourself, how am I now connecting things? What's the connection in here? And don't draw so small that you can't see, because now you're like dialing in. You're taking a magnifying glass, you're jumping in, you're going in and going, hey, how does this thing look like? So I'm not going to draw that size anymore. So sometimes I could just do this. Look, come in here, do that. And again, this is not what I'm saying that Vincent has to do, okay? So look, I can now have an inlay like this, and I can have another piece like this that comes out. I don't know what this is, but then I have a hanging clip here. I have another clip here. Do you see what I'm doing, guys? Okay, and then that's the tension cable. Have you guys heard of tension cables? Like this, like that spiral bound, very right? So this is what you do now when you're taking it apart. I love what he did here. Look. See? What does that look? How do you hold the two in together? So, when we get into 3D, it's going to be easy. We're going to extrude stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? So here's me trying to kind of get in here and draw. Okay? Cool? So everybody, that's why you don't just draw isometric and orthographic just because Balian wants it. You're doing it so that it helps you along. Like even here, like how does this work here? How does this connect now? Right? You can add stuff. What if you had strips in here that was lit up or something, or had a different material? Do you get what I mean? Guys, this could be brass, for example. I'm just saying, I'm not a fan of brass, but hey, let's just do it anyway. Look. Now, Vincent's saying, you know what? I'm going to have this as brass in here. It's going to hang out like this. It's going to, this is the inside of it that comes around. You see? This is brass too now. Look. And this brass is connected this way. It's inside it. All this is now important information for you guys. When I give you guys more time, it doesn't mean do less. It means you get in, and every time I give you an extension, I expect people to go in more and more, okay? Is that okay with you guys? Meaning like, hey, spend some time in here and say, you know what, this is the thickness on this side, this is out here. I can now do this ring over here. Now I'm making it alive, right? It's not just the form. So everybody has to show me how you thought of things. So just get in here, make some notes, and say, okay, this is a brass ring, right? Brass monkey. Okay, anyway, this is a Beastie Boys song. Okay, brass ring, right? This is wood. How do I know it's wood? I don't know it's wood, right? I can come in here and do stuff like this. I can do a little knot here, like this, and I'll just go wood, right? And then I'll say tension cable. Look. You guys, you're in high school. You don't know a lot about this kind of stuff, but just, take your time and, see what that is, right? Look, tension cable. Is that cool? Yeah? Okay. Let's go to the other design I was talking about. So there's that. And say bye-bye to that. Thank you, Vincent, for letting me do this, buddy. Appreciate it. So what was I saying here earlier? No, not there. Well, whatever. Let's just get in here anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'll draw it again. That's fine. So like right here, like, I was saying to you guys earlier, like when I look at your work the first, second, third time, I'm just kind of globally looking at things. And then sometimes, like as a designer, what happens is when you're designing, you're looking at people's work, it sinks in, believe it. The minute I walk away from you guys, my brain is processing, right? It's processing. So over here now, right? I'm looking at this, right? Look, let's take this and just go right into orthographic, right? So here's an orthographic view. This is coming this way. Let me make this a little bigger, okay? So this is coming this way, and this color is kind of interesting, isn't it? Okay, so we got that basket over here. So for you, Neil, it's like, you know what? Ask yourself now, how do these things come together, right? Like, look how rough this is. So let's forget about what happens from here on, okay? So we're here, and you've got a globe in here. I'm assuming this lights up. Am I right? Okay, cool. So is there some kind of let me change colors here. Let's go a little darker. Go a little darker here. Is there a way that that's not giving me a good contrast? Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Let's come in here and do something like that. Yep. Okay. So is there something that's holding this together? Do you see? Like, look how nice this is going to become now. Like, I know you got a very nice organic form going here. Guys, you got a nice organic form, right? So now I'm in only orthographic, right? And I'm thinking. And I said to you earlier, what if you had a ring here, right? And it stood out. What if this was a ring, and then there was some kind of a mechanism that was holding it in place? Does that make sense? And the mechanism comes here, and then you got your whatever cables down here, okay? And this is all in orthographic. So basically, this is that here, and you've got that. Those are the three elements I see, right? So now you ask yourself, okay, in orthographic, this would be straight, that would be curved, because we're looking at it straight. I kind of changed up there. So this is straight. So what if you did this? Remember how I cut yours yesterday? Like we did, so you see how these ideas, guys, look, when you come in here, I'm going to hold shift and watch. Boom, 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 boom. Like, see? And then you can do a cutout. See? This is repeat from yesterday. I can come in here. Okay, Malian, I'm going to double the line here. I'm going to make this stick out now. Like I've seen restaurants, for example, have these lights that these are resin-based or plastic, and they get lit up. Okay, so what happens is, let's switch colors here. So this gets lit up, okay? And they have, so the light source is in the middle, and the light kind of shines out on the plastic parts. That's kind of cool, right? You know what I mean? Like, light goes through plastic materials easily. But once you start using these kind of orthographic views, you have options to do some really cool stuff, right? So please remember that today when you're working. I'm not going to talk anymore, okay? So look, I'm dividing this now down here, okay? And I'm saying, okay, the minute I divide, this gives me an opportunity to do something. Watch this. Let me get another color here. Let's go something like this here. I'm going to crank my brush size by pressing square brackets. Look how this changes now. Look how much color can help me, see? See how that becomes a piece? All I'm doing is cutting into things. Every one of you, spend today properly, okay? Tomorrow you can go to 3D all you want. But today, stick to this, okay? Stick to it and say, what else can I do? What else can I do? Show it to someone else, okay? All right? Is that okay with everybody? Does anyone have any questions? Remember, 4, 2, 1. Once you get to 1, start digging deep. Get under the hood of the car, take it apart, and add elements. And you can definitely, like Vincent said to me this morning, I think I'm changing my design a bit more. I'm like, okay, that's perfectly fine. Are you guys okay with that? Anybody at home, any questions? Oops. At home, come on, guys. No, does this make sense what I'm doing? What I'm showing you?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Is it helping is the question.
Basically, if we want to break our
What's
design up so we can add more elements.
Yeah, man. Like, have fun in here, right? Whoa, just got the wrong color here. Yeah, just guys, you got to have fun with this process, okay? Any other question? Why is it just Trip the only one talking all the time? Do we not have other people in this class? Come on, guys, talk to me here. I'm trying to push your buttons here. Yes, yes, all good. Thanks, Riaz. Thanks, Sutan. Thanks, Krish. You guys have no questions? Zero question? Alors? Okay, vas-y. Va travail. Go work. Yes, what other languages can I throw in there? All right, I'm done here.